Well, this looks pretty good outside of that clear coat. As soon as I put that clear coat on there, you can see kind of orange peeled up a little bit with the clear coat, but I'm gonna sand it like this. I don't feel like sanding this with 1000 grit and trying to polish it out, make it perfect. This is gonna go in the boat just like this. But before I do the dash, I want to go ahead and put this transducer on, and I'm gonna put these fittings in here just to fix this right here, knock this little thing out. So kind of want to clean this up a little bit, and then I'm just going to load it up with sealant, and we will attach this real quick. Well, that was way messier than it should have been. I squeezed that sealant and just pushed it all through the bottom of it, and it all went everywhere. But that's done, looking beautiful down the inside. Now I just need to go ahead and take the old transducers off, and I'll put this transducer on. Alright, well, I'm probably going to have to move the transducer, because I do foresee one problem that we have with these transducers is, you notice how long they are. One, the holes are going to have to be moved, and I'm going to have to fill these holes out of that one. But also, if you look right, this ladder, see where that's at? One thing that you might not think about on the ladder is it flexes. So when you stand on it, it goes in. I don't know if it can go in enough to where it will hit the transducer. Based on, you know, where this is at right here, it looks like, I mean, that would be very, very close for that to hit. But also, if I put it here, I mean, yeah, it's probably gonna hit it. So I'm gonna have to move it over a little bit. But also, we've got these right here. I need to just take this off and get rid of this thing, because this is a paddle wheel. It's probably using the gauge for speed. And this is worthless. I'm getting rid of this thing. It's obviously been broken. Someone has sealed it back into place, so that's going away. And also that transducer over there. Normally you do not want to put these on the port side. Obviously sometimes you can't, like, you have to put these where you can put them, where you have space based on your boat. But normally you don't want them because of the prop wash. You don't want them on the port side, but sometimes you have to put them on the port side. So there's not really, you know, it's not that you can't do it, it's just that it's better if they're not. I'm just going to get rid of that one and fill those holes. So that's going to be that situation over there. I just need to cut that wire, pull it into the boat, take this off, clean that up, seal that hole, and then seal the holes down there as well. And also this right here, I'm going to take this off and seal these holes where this is. And then I want to scratch this bottom paint off, get down to my gel coat. That way I can seal this good against the gel coat. I don't want the bottom paint around this bracket. And then whenever we bottom paint, we'll paint around it with a non-copper bottom paint that's supposed to be around metal. You don't want any bottom paint on any kind of metal, because it'll mess stuff up. So I've cleaned off this right here. I went ahead and scratched it. I just used one of these roll-lock discs, 3M roll-lock. This is 60 grit on an adapter on a drill. And then I went and took a drill bit and drilled out these holes to make sure they're clean. And we're going to be using this is a Tap Plastics, the original Mr. Stickies. And this stuff is, it's really, you know, it's an epoxy glue for gluing stuff, but this is gonna work great because I'm just going to fill these holes and paint them with a metal paint, the bottom paint that's metal. And I'm just going to stick screws in there to fill the holes, and plug these holes. Same thing for over there. I want to plug all those holes. I got them all prepped. So what I need to do is just stick this out onto the cardboard, mix it up, take my screws, and then send my screws into here with the sealant on there, and that will seal all these holes. And then I'll just cover these with the metal bottom paint. That way they will be good to go for a long time. I'm actually gonna have to drill this out more because yeah, that's not big enough to send my transducer wire through. So I'm gonna need to drill a hole big enough for that in order to send it through. I mean, technically I could send my transducer over here, but I really don't want to. I just have a better option. If I didn't have any options, then this would be fine. Coming off of the flat of this strake, that would be fine. But being so close to this propeller, this is really close, especially when you got all this space on the sides, and that area over there is already prepped for it. So I don't want to put the transducer there. I mean, technically I could, but I mean, you want transducer, I want to say it's like 18 inches. Maybe it's like 14 or something, a foot away from the propeller, but that's the better option. I'm gonna put it over there. I'm just gonna fill these holes and paint over this. I don't want it over here. Even though I got this giant hole in the boat, I'm just gonna pull this wire through, dig all this sealant out, reseal this with something, put a cap over it, and that's what's gonna be there. I don't want the transducer over here. So I'm abandoning this. Things don't always go as planned, especially not on a boat, and even more on a project boat like this. Luckily for us, this one hasn't given us too much trouble just yet, but soon you're gonna see this project turn into a situation where you will see problem after problem after problem. And having the skills to address and fix these issues as they come up is a massive advantage when it comes to saving yourself time and money with your boat, which is why we have created the Boaters program, to help teach you those skills to address those problems and fix them as they come up with your boat. You can check that out at bornagainboating.com and start learning those skills today. Now back to the boat. Okay, so that's looking good. All I need to do now is pull this wire through, clean all this old sealant out, and then seal this hole. And now I will go ahead and scratch up over here, figure out where my transducer is going to go, and I will stick the transducer on there, because we will need to drill a bigger hole for there. So that way at least our below the waterline stuff will be pretty much taken care of, and our transducer will be mounted. Transducers are pretty easy to mount. All you got to do is hold them up to the bottom of the boat, and you can notice you've got room here to put marks in the middle. So that's what I did. I basically put marks in the middle, and you want the middle of the transducer to be flush with the bottom of the boat. So that way, whenever you look at it like this, you can tell the bottom of the transducer is even with the bottom. So the middle right here on the transducer, you want that to be in the middle of it. You don't want the transducer below the bottom of the boat, because then you get too much spray. It will read better at speed, but you will get a big spray coming off the back of this thing because of how far out they stick. So general rule of thumb, put the middle of the transducer even with the bottom of the boat and have it completely even like this. Like, you want this flat part to be basically horizontal against the ground, not resting necessarily the bottom of the boat. You don't want your transducer sitting like this. So now all I'm going to do is drill holes right here for my screws to go in, and then I will sand all this bottom paint off here where my marks are. That way I can have it straight to the gel coat, no bottom paint behind it, and then we can paint over around it with the metal paint. That way it's no issue. And there is our transducer, looking beautiful. It's out of the way of our ladder. It's going to come down right next to it. So awesome. This is wonderful. I got it just kind of hanging up here for now. This is just the cable. I need to get rid of that and make that hole bigger, but right now, boom, that's where she's at. And I mean, I guess it wouldn't have hit, but you don't want that near your ladder. You put, you got a fin on your foot and you put it in there or whatever. Yeah, you don't want that there. So that's looking good. Now I just need to get it through there. Okay, so I got to get the wire here. I just need to get the zip ties off of it, and that's where it comes in back there. You can see a little hole right there where it's coming in. So I need to pull that off. And this mosquito keeps messing with me, but I'm gonna cut these zip ties and I'm gonna follow that wire. I think it just ties in down here because it's the paddle wheel, so it probably goes into the mercury system. So I'm just gonna cut those wires and I'll probably be able to pull it through, and then I'll be able to hit it with a hole saw for our plug to be able to push it into the boat. Well, this was obviously not working at all, but now I should be able to just pull this wire straight through. Just probably gonna rip that tag off. I'm gonna pull this tag off of it before I pull it through, but just gonna pull it through out the other side, and then I will be able to drill it from the outside to put the new hole in there to get the new transducer through. Yeah. Okay, so now I can just send my where is it? This right here. I'm just gonna send this through right here, and then I'll have to put new holes in there for my new cover, but that way we'll be able to send our new plug through our hole and seal it up. Okay, there we go. That's looking beautiful. So now I just need to take my new cover here. I'm probably gonna have to cut the back off. You see how it's got that like ridge there? A lot of times I have to cut that off because I don't drill these. I don't drill them that big. I'd rather have a smaller hole and just cut that plastic off. Now I might have to raise this a little bit because I want to cover these old holes here. But yeah, I just need to take a knife and shave that little thing off right here, and that will be perfect for covering this hole here. Now also over here I got a hole, but what I'm gonna do with this one, so this is actually below the water line, so I'm going to cut something to fill this with. And actually this is a wood transom, so that's very interesting to me that this is a wood transom. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'll probably just get another piece of wood to plug it, since this is a wood transom. But I will go ahead and I'm gonna make a plug for that, and then I will epoxy that plug in there, and at least that'll be semi-plugged. I'm not gonna go wild with glassing at all, but I'm gonna make a plug. I'm not just gonna fill that with sealant. I don't want to do that. I'd rather make a plug, coat it in epoxy, and then stick it in there so that way it's resined into place. And then the outside I will cover it with one of these like that, just to cover it up so it doesn't look terrible, but at least it won't be sucking in water. Because if you just fill that with silicone, or any kind of sealant, that's not really the right way to do it. And that's kind of how, I mean, you can see how that was, but we're not gonna do that. Okay, so here's our wire all the way through. I'm just gonna pull it out to like there, and then I'm just gonna coat this thing in sealant, and as I put it in, that sealant will just feed up in there. These holes, we're just gonna cover those holes up. So let me go slice the back off of this, and then I can bring this out here, drill 2 new holes, and we'll be able to get this thing into position. Yeah, perfect. And that is beautiful out here. So that's our transducer. We got her mounted. Got a little bit of Dubinsky on there, but perfect. That's looking good. Now we just need to run our wire, but I'll probably just leave the wire in here and I'll run my amp power breaker as well as the transducer wire. And I'm trying to think what else I need to run. Oh, I'm going to need the jack plate power to be ran, and then probably even the power pole controller wire. I don't know if that's got a, we got the Minn Kota Raptor, so I don't know if that has a wireless button that goes on the dash or if I have to run a wire. I'm not sure yet, but haven't opened that up. So I'm just going to leave my wire up here in here for right now, so that way I can run everything at the same time. But this looks really, really good. Bam, transducer on there. Now over here, I still need to make my plug and get that sealed up, but that's not going to happen today. Today, I've only got a little bit of time left. Here's my panel, so that's looking good. What I'll probably do is just get my wire ran, get the battery back in there, kind of get this zip tied up, so that way I can clean up this area in here, and that'll be basically all I'll have to do back here. There we go, got the transducer wire there. I just covered it up in case it gets wet, but I got it zip tied up, batteries back into place and done. I need to finish putting the electrical tape on here, but not right now. Oh man, got into some sealant, so I gotta watch what I touch. But yeah, I just ran it to right here, covered it up. Today was a short day, I only had a couple hours, so we will have to figure out what to do over there with that hole. Still, I gotta fill it, but again, we've got a power pole and a jack plate, or a Minn Kota Raptor going on here, so those pumps are gonna sit in here somewhere, which this is about to get really tight up in this spot here. I don't know if I've got another area to stick them. And then also, one thing I am kind of concerned about is water, because of that. That is a vent hole, which has to be there because the fuel tank is here. So I don't know what the water situation is right here. If I put a pump here, not having this vent, you have to have this vent because there's two pockets. So like this is a pocket and that's a pocket. There's a vent there, there's a vent there. So if there's a gas leak, you won't have gas fumes building up here in this upper area. That's why you got vents on both sides. So I can't block that off and not have a vent. Hopefully the vents that I do have, when I put them on there, they will cover to where water is not going to be getting in here. But I don't know how wet this splash well is at the same time. So yeah, I might even have to kind of mount my jack plate and the Raptor and just leave my pumps in here until we can put it in the water, run it, and see what the situation is back here before we permanently do that, because we definitely don't want water coming in through here soaking our pumps. And then also we don't really want to put them over here, because if we put them over there, then now all of a sudden you've got an issue with these being in the way. Look at all these mosquitoes popping up out of here. So what I guess might end up happening, I mean, we could always put them underneath this seat, so there might be enough room to stick them down in here somewhere in there. So I don't know, we'll have to figure that out when we get there, but at least now. Also, I went ahead and got those in today, so good day today. Tomorrow we will, maybe we might put the jack plate on tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see when we get in the morning.